Yeah, I kind of don't know why people get stuck on particular like hobby horse shit like that. It's I feel like this is just going back to what I said earlier. Is there's just like this nexus of shit, or there's just this particular kind of mind where all this crap just keeps churning and getting gradually, I don't know, just mixed up and solidified. You know, because it's almost like it's like one part literal douche, one part gullible, two parts bending the rules of evidence. Like, I don't know how to build this person correctly, but you know, some sort of strange fixation, a propensity to develop hobby horse like obsessions.
Well, I mean, this is complete speculation, which is sort of, one of my specialties. But I really think that, at least in many cases, people like that, like, are missing something. They have some sort of insecurity, some sort of need that they're trying to fulfill, and, these hobby horses can come from a good place. But as they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, my brothers and sisters. So, knock that fucking shit off. And fuck you.
Yeah, calm down. Don't worry about stuff so much. Well, yeah, that sounds retarded. Just relax a little. That's really what I mean. It's not that I'm saying don't think about things, don't have concerns. Just calm down.
Yeah, you people that make bad decisions, start making good decisions.
Or fuck off.
That ought to fix everything.
We're done. We can call it a decade.
Utopia, here we come.
And if you're really worried about toxins, don't have children.
Wow, that's one of the best things I've heard in a long time. That's really good advice. Weren't you telling me that the most environmentally friendly thing you can do is kill yourself?
Not in my estimation, yeah. I mean, if you really want to reduce your carbon footprint, just blow your brains out. Or if you don't even want to get guns involved, drown yourself in a lake.
You just hold your head down under, just start sucking in.
Well, just fill your pants with rocks.
Jump in. It's good advice. Just put your head down and suck. It sort of works. It works in a multitude of settings.
Sounds like a good bumper sticker.
And whenever I'm
writing this down.
Whenever I say it to somebody, it makes me happy. Bumper sticker. That is a good bumper sticker.
And it sort of applies because it's on the back of a car, too. You know what I'm saying.
Yet another... if you are freaking out about toxins, absolutely. Don't have any kids.
Don't have any pets.
Yeah, don't have any fun of any kind. Make sure you don't have any. I don't know, just about anything at all. I don't even have to name a specific example. If you're worried about toxins, don't have any things. Period.
Right. Well, the reason, and again, this goes back to that matrix of cognitive problems that seem to come up whenever shit like the idea of a toxin springs up. Is that idea that the idea that people who are buying into this shit think that the whole world is divided into things that are toxins and things that are not toxins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a definite line, and we just need to investigate it and figure out what side of the line everything in the universe is on. And unfortunately, reality is much more nuanced than that.
Yeah, I mean, this is... Perhaps you've never heard any of this stuff. I mean, for us, being professional scienticians and all.
Yeah.
I mean, we have heard this, like, so many times, the example of, like, drinking too much water gives you water toxicity, Like, to me, it's almost to the point, like... It's just like playing a game of chess, giving these rebuttals. But, I guess, fine, I'll just play that game. Yeah, you can get water toxicity from drinking too much water. So, like, if you're worried about toxins, just completely stop drinking water. Especially if you believe that a small amount of water is still toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And don't understand that there's... it's not a cumulative effect when it comes to toxins. There's a dosage threshold. And if you are under the dosage threshold for drinking water, it's not toxic in the slightest. It's good for you. I hope you know that. Like, maybe there's some people that read the Onion literally and like they're just dropping like flies because they don't even know enough to like breathe in oxygen or consume water.
Right.
But I saw a statistic recently that said all humans have roughly 20, I think it's 20 million atoms. It was either 20 million or 20 billion atoms of plutonium in their body. And plutonium is one of the most toxic substances I can think of, if not the most. And we're fine. Like, it's just something that happens, like, to people. And, you know, we don't have radiation poisoning or anything like that because we don't have enough atoms of the stuff in us. Even though 20 million sounds like a lot, or 20 billion.
Either way. Well, and yeah, and I just remember from, like, chemistry class when we learned about radioactive decay and that, you know, all of the heavier elements like phosphorus and potassium, things that are that size, those undergo decay in your body, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like even shit that's supposed to be there, because as far as I know, there's no biological use of plutonium that I'm aware of, but nevertheless, stuff that's supposed to be there, that we know it's supposed to be there, it undergoes decay too at the rate of like thousands, tens of thousands, an hour.
Doesn't plutonium boost the immune system and build the blood?
That's what I've heard. I mean, anything that builds my blood, I am 110% behind. Whether it's cadmium eggs or plutonium or those rare cases where you can build up a resistance to toxins.
Like that guy.
And build my blood.
Like that guy in, damn it, my memory is just shot. The movie with Arnold, with Andre the Giant and
The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride, yeah, that kid from the Wonder Years. Yeah, that guy. It was, you know, I have no idea if it's true, but yeah,
he builds up a tolerance to iocane powder.
Yeah,
which I don't think is a real thing. Doesn't really matter, but
although it might make an excellent parody song. To go along with cocaine, but
true.
Subject for another time.
For sure.
I'm going to be humming that in my head for 20 minutes.
That's cool. I understand.
So yeah, toxin people, you know. Cole, do you wake up tired in the morning?
Oh, yeah. That's
toxins.
Yeah. Fuck. I had no idea.
Do you get thirsty when you don't drink enough water?
Oh, I get constipated.
Toxins.
Yeah, shit.
Toxins. So, my friend, you need some antitoxin away. Oh
well, I definitely need to detox. That's another good word that gets thrown around too. About it. Oh, I need to detox. I've done a lot of need to detox.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I've drank too much coffee. Let's get coffee enemas. Maybe putting it like it's a reversal effect. Like if you put coffee in one end, you sort of toxify. But then if you jam a hose up the other end and put coffee in that, it detoxes you somehow. I'm not making this up.
I actually detox every day. It's called taking a piss.
Yes. I mean, valid use of the word.
People that worry about toxins this much, I think they would do themselves a big favor if they learned a little bit about their own liver and kidneys.
Yeah. I detoxify several times a day.
Hey.
So.
This isn't a contest.
Especially like if I've spent some time at the bar.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, don't be one of those douches who assumes things about just because like a lot is bad for you. Like it sounds intuitive that a little would be also lesser but still bad for you, but it's counterintuitive. The reality of it is counterintuitive, and being counterintuitive is something that most of us are terrible at. Mm-hmm. We should be better at, because there are many counterintuitive examples in the real world where you think one way and you feel really good about it and you're like, oh, it seems legit, but it's actually the other way because your intuition has made you into a dumbass.
Yeah.
So,
well, like I can imagine. I just thought of this because yesterday I had a migraine, and that always blows. And we had some Vicodin in the house, and it is delicious, I will admit. But I've taken like a lot of different, anti-migraine drugs, and it just don't help. So I was like, I'm taking a Vicodin. Fuck this shit.
You're like, I'm gonna peel away the drywall, find where I hid that bottle of Vicodin, and I'm gonna take a Vicodin.
Fuck yeah. Well, here's the reason I took it is because it fucking works. is because 30 minutes later, I was like, oh, what do you know? I don't have a migraine anymore. A headache that would normally endure for 6 fucking hours and not go away until I woke up the next morning, because that shit blows. But the thing I was thinking is, people in their shitty attitudes about like drug addicts and stuff is, if somebody took a shitload of Vicodin and overdosed, people are like, oh, fucking junkie. Well, actually, what people overdose from is the Tylenol. Because the amount of Tylenol in Vicodin way outstrips the amount of hydrocodone, the active ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually just, you basically just butt-fucked your liver when you took that much acetaminophen. So, obviously, yeah, people are going for the opioid high. But Jesus Christ, just... This gels in my mind with what we were just talking about somehow. But, I don't know. It just pisses me off.
Well, it goes along with people not understanding how the liver works by, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think a lot of people don't know what's in Vicodin. Like, I was surprised to learn a while back that there's Tylenol in Vicodin. And,
mm-hmm.
The reason it's called Vicodin sort of implies that it's got acetaminophen in it.
Yeah.
And there's another version without it that you can also get, but it's harder to get for some reason or other.
Yeah, one time I was getting teeth pulled, and I asked for Vicoprofen, which, if you're listening and it doesn't ring a bell automatically, it's Vicodin, hydrocodone, and ibuprofen. So
it's Vico.
Profen.
Whatever. I don't know where Vico comes from. But...
Oh, it came out of the bowels of a drug company's marketing arm.
As things do.
Which... seems odd to refer to the bowels having arms, but we'll move on.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about along all these lines. Did you see? I sent you. Oh fuck! Where is it? I sent you that thing on vegetarianism that I meant to send you a while ago.
Yeah, I didn't read it.
Did you see it?
I saw it pop into the box, and then it's like, I'll get to that in a couple minutes, and then
pop into the box.
Totally forgot everything about it until just now.
That's cool.
And we're talking about Dropbox. We both have our computers linked up to Dropbox. We're not interested in each other's box, if that's what you fuckers are thinking.
I don't have a box that is exclusively mine at all times, so I can't help you on that one. The way fucking Notepad rendered this, it's hard as shit to read. But no, I just thought of this because it brings up a lot of different arguments. All the arguments start with the star. But all kinds of different shit all the different fallacies that lead people into just retarded ways of thinking. But
this isn't going to piss off my vegetarian friends at all.
Probably not. Probably not. And by probably not, I mean a whole lot.
So, vegetarian friends out there, love you. And this is a tricky area because I have to be true to what I think, and I think I like not being a vegetarian, and I feel completely fine about that ethically as well as nutritionally and any other kind of And I've gotten into arguments with people before. One I can remember, I was asked to watch one of those pseudo documentaries about some subject. In this case, it happened to be. It was called Earthlings, I think, and it was about animal cruelty.
Okay.
So I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and I already had a page of notes taken about all the things I saw that were flawed in it, and that were either incorrect or illogical or something along those lines. So I emailed this person who I, really like a lot. I did then, still do now. And he said, listen, I've watched 10 minutes of this, and I've already found like literally a couple dozen glaring problems just in the first 10 minutes that just screams to me like untrue propaganda piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to keep taking notes. You asked me to watch this. I can only assume you asked me to watch this because this is one of the things that you're into, and you wanted to know what I thought about it. And like I'm going to tell you what I think about it. I don't think that's what this person wanted. This person wanted me to either just agree, or it's sort of this thing of like, you don't agree with my crap, well, you must not be open-minded, and that's sort of the accusations that were set my way, things like that. And so,
well, it's probably meant to be a conversion experience.
That yes, it's exactly what I was trying to, with my dumb brain and mouth, say. And I wasn't doing a good job.
Let me write that verb down. I'm gonna look it up later. Say.
And so I made it through a little bit more, and I never ended up watching all of Earthlings because it's just such a stupid, dishonest piece of shit. And it took a while for this person to like this person wouldn't talk to me for a while and was kind of angry at me, and I was upset about that, and I sort of become angry myself anymore for being put into that position. So part of this show is having fun, like joking around and sort of ridiculing things, and it's good-naturedly, and I'm going to ridicule vegetarians occasionally, not when they're minding their own business, not even if they say something that I don't really believe, but I'm going to have a problem when I was put in an unfair position of, well, I was asked what I really thought, and what it really was an attempt to convert me over, or to sort of reinforce what was in this other person's mind, I guess, sort of looking for some sort of justification or vindication or something. And when that didn't happen, it's like I was the bad guy, and fine, that's what we're here for. I'm the bad guy. So are you. You're the bad guy. That's why we're Bad Guy Labs, not Nice Guy Labs.
Well, because inadvertently we probably end up raining on some people's parades once in a while.
Yeah.
Not because we want to make them hate themselves or their lives, but because we think their ideas are stupid.
Yeah, I don't think you're stupid. I just think some of the stuff you think is stupid. And it doesn't mean anything when it relates to the other stuff you think that I don't think is stupid, or that I think you're a nice person or whatever.
Right.
So, and that's another thing. People confuse and conflate those a lot. And it's really hard to break them out of that, especially in the short term, and especially when you're talking about a touchy subject like this, that they really need you to agree with them on, and you just don't, because you can see problems in it that they don't see.
Right.
And I just can't say this enough. I really resent being placed into that position, like especially by somebody that I like and who should know better. Mm-hmm. And in many other areas of life is a very reasonable, rational person.
Yeah, that kind of stuff just always seems like it ends up going the way that it does because people start fusing these different lenses or ways of looking at the world or different ideas to their identity, and they become part of their lifestyle, or they just start thinking of it as part of who they are. And then when you say, I don't agree with this, I don't think this makes sense, or anything like that, then they take that as an ad hominem, as a personal attack. You get upset, and you just can't go anywhere with that.